Hello, my friends. Hello. Today we're diving into a question so powerful, so thought-provoking. It's got the whole world watching. Imagine this. What if Africa, the cradle of civilization, decided to turn the tables and sanction the globe? What if this vibrant continent, brimming with potential, decided to focus its energy inward on its own growth and prosperity? We're talking about Africa harnessing its vast resources, its fertile lands, its vibrant cultures, and its indomitable spirit to become a self-reliant powerhouse. Imagine the shift in the global landscape, the ripple effects that would be felt from the bustling markets of Lagos to the halls of power in Washington. Would it be a journey fraught with challenges? Absolutely. Would it require sacrifice, innovation, and unwavering unity? You bet. But could it also be the key to unlocking Africa's true potential and reshaping the global order? Let's find out. Africa, my friends, is blessed with an abundance of arable land, kissed by the sun and capable of feeding not just itself, but the world. By prioritizing agriculture, investing in modern farming techniques, and empowering its farmers, Africa could become a breadbasket, a beacon of food security. Imagine bustling local markets overflowing with fresh produce, grains, and livestock, all locally sourced and sustainably grown. This shift to self-sufficiency would mean African nations relying less on costly food imports, and instead, investing those resources back into their own communities. We're talking about creating jobs, generating wealth, and building a more resilient and stable food system from the ground up. Now let's talk about industry. For too long, Africa has been a source of raw materials, shipped off to other continents to be processed and sold back at a premium. But imagine a new narrative, one where Africa says, we'll build it ourselves. We're talking about factories humming with activity, producing everything from textiles to technology, all made in Africa by Africans. This means harnessing the continent's vast mineral resources, its oil, its gas, its precious metals, not for export, but to fuel its own industrial engine. Think about the jobs created, the skills developed, the innovation sparked when a continent takes control of its own destiny. Now imagine this. The African Continental Free Trade Area, a single market stretching from Cape Town to Cairo, bustling with the trade of goods and services, all made in Africa. This, my friends, is the power of intra-African trade. This is about African nations supporting each other, breaking down barriers, and building a future together. We're talking about roads and railways, crisscrossing the continent, connecting nations and unlocking opportunities. We're talking about ports buzzing with activity, sending African-made products to every corner of the globe. This is about building an economic engine powered by African ingenuity and collaboration. Chapter 4. A Seat at the Table. Africa's Rise to Global Influence. A self-reliant Africa, with a thriving economy and a united voice, that, my friends, is a force to be reckoned with on the world stage. No longer beholden to outside powers, Africa could negotiate from a position of strength, demanding fair trade deals and shaping global policies that reflect its own values and priorities. We're talking about a continent that is no longer on the receiving end of aid, but is instead a leading voice in global development, offering its own solutions to challenges like climate change, poverty, and conflict. This is about Africa claiming its rightful place as an equal partner in shaping the future of our world. Chapter 5. Weathering the Storm, Navigating the Shocks of Economic Independence. Now let's be real, my friends. This transition wouldn't be without its bumps in the road. There would be challenges, growing pains, and yes, even sacrifices. Cutting ties with established trading partners could lead to disruptions, at least in the short term. Some industries might struggle, reliant as they are on foreign technology or expertise. There might be shortages, price fluctuations, and a period of adjustment as African nations adapt to this new way of doing business. But here's the thing about challenges. They force innovation, they spark creativity, and they reveal the resilience of the human spirit. Let's be honest, my friends. Closing the technological and industrial gap won't happen overnight. It will require massive investment in education, in research and development, in nurturing the next generation of African scientists, engineers, and entrepreneurs. We're talking about building universities, technical schools, and innovation hubs that rival the best in the world. We're talking about creating an environment where young African minds are empowered to dream big, to invent, to build, and to lead Africa into a technologically advanced future. The truth is, Africa is not a monolith. It's a tapestry of nations, each with its own strengths and challenges. For this vision to work, there must be a shared commitment to cooperation, to breaking down internal trade barriers, to tackling corruption, and to ensuring that the benefits of this economic transformation are shared equitably. We're talking about building trust, fostering dialogue, and creating a level playing field where all African nations can thrive. This is about recognizing that a rising tide lifts all boats and that Africa's true strength lies in its unity and shared purpose. Let's be clear, my friends. A move this bold, this transformative, is bound to face resistance. There will be those who try to undermine Africa's rise, who will use economic pressure, who will spread misinformation, who will try to divide and conquer. But Africa has overcome challenges before, and it will do so again. This is about standing firm in the face of adversity, about staying true to the vision of a self-reliant and prosperous Africa. This is about proving to the world that Africa is not defined by its past, but by its boundless potential. So, my friends, we've journeyed through the possibilities, the challenges, the potential pitfalls, and the undeniable promise of a self-reliant Africa. We've seen how, by harnessing its own resources, its own ingenuity, and its own spirit, Africa can rise to become a global economic powerhouse. But this vision, this dream, it doesn't happen by chance. It requires a plan, a strategy, a roadmap for the future. It requires investment, innovation, and unwavering commitment from every corner of the continent. It requires us to ask ourselves, what are we willing to do today to build the Africa we want to see tomorrow? And it all starts with a conversation, with asking the tough questions, with daring to imagine a different future. What do you think, my friends? Are you ready to join the conversation? Are you ready to be part of Africa's next chapter?